Now, Greenland remains in the global spotlight, this time at Davos. At the World Economic Forum, US President Trump revived his push to acquire this Danish territory, citing strategic and security interests. He called for immediate negotiations on Greenland, but insisted that the US won't use force to acquire it. Mohammad Absarul Hassan reports.
Greenland has taken center stage at the World Economic Forum in Davos, emerging as a key focus in discussions on geopolitics, climate change, and Arctic security. In his address, US President Donald Trump renewed his push to acquire Greenland, reviving a controversial proposal that has drawn international attention. The remarks underscored Washington's growing strategic interest in the Arctic, where melting ice is opening new shipping routes and access to critical natural resources. Trump said the United States needs the Arctic territory for strategic and security reasons, while ruling out the use of force to acquire Greenland.
It's the United States alone that can protect this giant mass of land, this giant piece of ice, develop it and improve it and make it so that it's good for Europe and safe for Europe and good for us. And that's the reason I'm seeking immediate negotiations to once again discuss the acquisition of Greenland by the United States. We probably won't get anything unless I decide to use excessive strength and force where we would be, frankly, unstoppable. But I won't do that. Okay? Now everyone's saying, oh, good. That's probably the biggest statement I made, because people thought I would use force. I don't have to use force. I don't want to use force. I won't use force.
Trump stressed that acquiring Greenland would not undermine the NATO alliance, urging Denmark to transfer control of the territory to the United States as a move he said was necessary to protect Europe from threats posed by China and Russia.
We need it for strategic national security and international security. This enormous unsecured island is actually part of North America, on the northern frontier of the Western Hemisphere. That's our territory. It is therefore a core national security interest of the United States of America. And in fact, it's been our policy for hundreds of years to prevent outside threats from entering our hemisphere, and we've done it very successfully. We've never been stronger than we are now.
Trump's push to take control of the world's largest island has raised alarm across Europe, prompting NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte to call for thoughtful diplomacy in response to the US president's renewed bid to acquire the Danish territory of Greenland.
This focus on Ukraine should be our #1 priority. And then we can discuss on all the issues, including Greenland, but it should be Ukraine first, because it is crucial for our European and US security.
Polish President, too, called for diplomatic solution.
I think that we should solve this problem on diplomatic way.
Okay.
Of course, I appreciate Denmark's voice is natural. It's our partner, Denmark. But I'm looking at the Greenland as strategic point in the geopolitical issue between free world, democracy's world, independence, and with Russia.
As debate over Greenland intensifies, the issue has highlighted growing geopolitical competition in the Arctic and exposed differing priorities among allies. While President Trump insists the move is driven by security concerns and poses no threat to NATO unity, European leaders are urging restraint and dialogue. Calls for diplomacy from NATO and Poland reflect broader concerns about alliance cohesion amid ongoing global challenges, particularly the war in Ukraine. For now, Greenland remains firmly under Danish control, but the renewed attention at Davos signals that the Arctic's strategic importance will continue to shape international discussions in the months ahead. Mohammad Absarul Hassan's report for DD India.